Hey guys, what is up? My name's Relic, and I'm coming at you with a Dead by Daylight video. I just finished the Tome 1, Awakening, and we're gonna take a look at the Alchemist memories in the collection of the archives. Let's take a listen. I haven't watched these yet. I want to do a little video on that, so let's jump right into this. Memory
He
1746.
moves through the death and decay of the void. He doesn't remember his name. Everything's a blur. He feels pain in his stomach, in his arms, in his veins. He needs to find one of those flowers. The nectar, the sweet serum that gives strength. Strength for what? He remembers. The killers. Experimenting on them. Why? Why was he experimenting on them? He doesn't remember. He caused a lot of suffering, but he doesn't feel remorse. He doesn't even know if he should feel remorse. He doesn't feel anything but an ache in the pit of his stomach for power.
Okay, so that leads into a few things. Is the Alchemist the guy we saw from the first Blight last year, with the flowers, taking the nectar and putting it into the trapper? Or is this something new to where he's going to be another killer? Let's dive deeper into the mystery. Memory 1747.
He has flashes of the doctor, his screams, his agony, turning the tables on him, experimenting on him like he had done with so many others. Where? Not here. Somewhere else. Another world. All of these survivors, marooned from other worlds. How does he know this? He doesn't remember. He remembers the experiments. What was he trying to understand? The nectar? The serum? The right dose? The right dose. To use without hurting himself. Too late.
Okay, so it seems like he's in some trouble. It references the doctor here. It's 1747, so we've been told that there are other survivors in the fog that we haven't played as or seen. Could this be one of them, or is this, again, is this another killer? We know he's trying to use the serum on himself. What is he trying to do? Let's continue this. Memory 1748.
He feels the hunger. Not for food or drink, not for talk or fun. For a flower, a single flower, for serum. He knows the entity is watching him. He knows it, feels it inside his bones. He doesn't want to be snatched for another trial, to suffer or cause suffering. And to what end? The great horrible mystery of it all. He wants to understand this place. He does. But he senses that to really know would drive him mad. Madness, that's what this place is. The embodiment of madness. He doesn't want to be pulled into another trial. He wants to return home. He must return home. That's why he was studying the serum. It gave him insight. Insight to what? He doesn't remember.
Okay, so there's a few points to reference here. It says that it drove him mad with madness, and he doesn't want to start another trial. He knows the entity is watching him, so he's probably been there a good while. It shows that he's, 1746 and then 1748, so he's only been there 2 years in this span. But then, I think this is leading up to another killer, just because we know from the Huntress, the Trapper, the Wraith, the Hag, all those other killers that have been injected with the serum. And from the little lore that we got, that the entity drives people mad and can sometimes turn them into killers. So I think the Alchemist is going to turn into a killer here. And let's continue this deep dive. Memory 1749.
Home. He doesn't even remember where home is. He only remembers the void. Hundreds, maybe thousands of discarded survivors. Not dead, not alive, something else. Alive but dead inside. Burnt, emotionless, useless to the entity. He remembers. He remembers rising from the void, finding a flower. Had this flower been his salvation? Had the flower been his way out? He falls to his knees and shouts at the abyss, and the abyss answers with silence. The silence is so deafening it hurts. He buckles over, climbs to his knees. He needs serum.
Okay, so Looks like he found the flower. And I'm gonna guess the next one he's gonna inject himself with it, and we're gonna be left on a cliffhanger here until 11 days from now when the next tome opens and we get more lore on the Alchemist. But let's continue. 1750.
He's lost. He doesn't know where he is. He sees things like tentacles reaching out for him from the fog, and he knows they're not real. None of it is. He's losing his mind if he hasn't lost it already. His eyes play tricks on him. He sees giant, nameless creatures looming over him. Doesn't matter. They're not real. None of it is. His hunger confuses him, oppresses him. He'd do anything for that feeling again. Anything. Even return to the trials. He would. He'd rip survivors and killers apart, limb from limb, for that feeling again. He begins to mumble words. A promise. One flower, and I will do anything.
Alright, so that basically all but confirms that the Alchemist is going to be a killer. As it says, he will rip survivors and killers apart, limb from limb, all to get a flower. So, to me, that's saying that at some point we're going to get a killer from the Alchemist. If you remember way back when, it looked like the next killer was going to be a teacher. What if it is the Alchemist? And this is, you know, the little hints that were showed. But let's watch this little video here, and let's see what's going on. Guys, the plot thickens. As you saw, he did inject himself with the serum. The entity was calling out to him. We're gonna have to wait till the next tome to see if anything else is added to the Alchemist. And, you know, maybe he is a killer, maybe he isn't. I think he quite possibly could be. But thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Catch you later, guys.